Season 3, do you know what I mean? Season 3, do you know what I mean? Let me hear it. Season 3, do you know what I mean? Anime Legend Season 3, AfroX hit it for all you legendary folks. Listen up, it's a brand new season, now we about to erupt. You ain't ready for what's coming, it's about to get tough. I'm the Prince of all Saiyans, and I'm more than enough. Welcome back, legends, all the haters, the captain. I'm not gonna let you lay a single hand on my captain. Anime fan, got my plan in the can as I summon my stand and the camera pan to my face in this place as I stare into space. I'm a legend at base and I never show grace in my flow, toe to toe. It's that dude from Naruto, about to blow. Here we go, season 3, start the show! Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 18th episode of the third season of Anime Legends. My name is AfroX, the Anime Guide, here to guide the new into some of the old and the old into some of the new. Right off the bat, we have our greatest fan here, Trix, the Anime Hater, who says, yo, right back, Trix. All right. So, today we are going to be talking about, and first I would like to formally welcome everyone in the Afro Nation to what I am calling AUGUSTPIECE. There is so much One Piece stuff happening this month, and I am so excited to talk to you about it tonight. All right. Before we start, though, I am going to get into kind of the main sponsors stuff that we have to go through just to keep the lights on here, you know. So as you've seen at the ends of my videos recently, we do have a Patreon, and you can find that at www.patreon.com/AfroX. Sometimes I say it really fast just to see how fast I can say it. Anyways, so you can go on there and donate to the AfroX channel in increments of 5, 10, 5, 10, 30, 50, or $100 a month. And no matter what you donate, I would be so grateful. Even if it's only like $5 a month, that still helps. That does really help. So yep, Patreon. On if you want to find us on different sites, on YouTube we have the AfroX official page on YouTube. We also have the AfroX official fan club on did I say YouTube? I meant Facebook. We have the AfroX official fan club on Facebook. If you join that, you'll be added to a messenger chat where you will be able to see information about like if I'm changing up the schedule or what's going on with the schedule, stuff like that. And you can also talk directly to me there. So on TikTok, we are AfroX_YT. I believe the TikTok has over 11,000 views, I want to say now, which is really nice. And we currently have 282 followers. I'm slowly realizing, because I've hit 300 followers before, and I'm slowly realizing that a lot of followers on TikTok are just bots. So if you, a real person, could go and follow on TikTok, that would be absolutely awesome. I'd super appreciate that. If you want to check us out on yes, big news. I kind of self-fulfilling prophesied it, but Twitter is now technically dead, and I kept saying it would die. But yeah, Twitter is technically dead, and apparently it is now called X. So if you want to find us on X, We are on there as at the real Afro X. So check us out on there. Just between you and me, I hate that Elon Musk changed the name, and I will continue to call it Twitter. But anyways, so thought process. Yes. Oh, that's right. Instagram is also at the real AfroX. So check us out there. We currently do not have a Snapchat, but we will be getting to that. So with that all out of the way, let's check on the chat. Trickster says, love the shirt. Thank you. My mom actually got this for me. And it very much fits with the channel. And actually today I'm wearing the original Afro X star-studded jean jacket that I wore. This was part of the original costume for the Afro X channel back when I was hiding my eyes in every video. About until I got to 100 subscribers, I did not show my eyes, and I would specifically edit videos that showed my eyes so that no one knew what my eyes looked like. And then after I switched over to anime and stuff, I started revealing my eyes after that. But yeah, no, Afro X channel started out with I had blue jeans, star-studded jean jacket. I had a shirt that said "Turn down for what," and I had aviator sunglasses. And of course, that's where the logo for Afro X comes from. But yeah, that's a little bit of backstory there. Yeah, Twitter died. Yeah, it did, and I feel like Elon Musk changing the name is kind of the last nail in the coffin for Twitter. So sad to see it go the way of late night television. Since late night television is also dead. Anyways, not gonna get into that. What we are, so first of all, I am going to put forth the question that we try to ask every week, which is what what anime / manga have you watched / read this week? There we are. What anime / manga have you watched / read this week? Well, there was no new chapter of One Piece, but I have. You'll be happy to hear I have been getting a lot more back into anime. So this week I watched episodes 11 and 12 of Mirai Nikki: The Future Diary. I watched episode 17 of Fire Force, and I watched episodes 1088 and 1089 of One Piece. Probably this Friday night, I will be watching episode 1070. So everyone already knows this, so this is common knowledge, so I'm not going to put a spoiler alert, but so I'll be able to see the episode where they animate the death of Luffy. So that's going to be extremely exciting there. And not to get ahead of myself, but we are going to be talking sort of about the anime today. So Trix here says everything on break except Gachakuda. Yeah, and technically One Piece is the anime was on break this past Sunday. But yeah. So getting into it. So today we are going to be talking about um, the conclusion of Egghead Island. The conclusion of Egghead Island. Just starting off, so the three things we're going to be talking about today are the conclusion of Egghead Island, Gear 5th Luffy being debuted in the anime, and, excuse me, also live action One Piece being released. So, starting off with the conclusion of Egghead Island. So, just a short recap, just so we know the events that have happened on Egghead Island so far. The Straw Hats are sailing towards an island that got randomly picked. Um, and while they are sailing, they get in kind of a little turbulence on the seas, if you could say so. And a giant water kind of eddy or spout comes up, and they see that there is a small girl inside it. Zoro expertly chops water in half. I don't know how this is possible, but hey, this is One Piece. Anyways, they get the girl out of this little water bubble thing, and it turns out to be Juribani in her kid form. So Juribani transforms back into her adult form, and at this point, they get attacked by a giant mechanical shark. Which, if you are not a fan of submechanophobia, or if you have submechanophobia, I would not suggest looking into this part of a One Piece. Anyways, they get attacked by a giant metal shark, and the boat kind of flips everybody off into the ocean. Here they get split up, which is a classic One Piece caper or situation. So Jinbei saves Luffy and Juribani and Chopper, I believe. And then I don't know, either it's Zoro or Sanji that saves Zoro, Sanji, Frankie pretty much save Robin, and pretty much those guys all get back onto the ship. Pretty much Cliff's notes of what's happened. They meet a lady who introduces herself as Dr. Vegapunk. At this point, we thought maybe we just didn't know much, and Dr. Vegapunk was actually a woman or had put their consciousness into a woman's body. Something like that. Turns out that Dr. Vegapunk is split into seven different kind of pieces. But he split into seven different robots that all share one hive mind. That's a phobia. Trick says yes. Submechanophobia is the fear of mechanical things underwater. So, pretty much, if you've ever been to a Disney World attraction with animatronics that are in water, it is pretty much the fear of those old broken down rides underwater. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. So, yes. So there's six. Sorry, I said seven before. There's six different robots, and then there is what is called Stella, which is the original body of Dr. Vegapunk. And they're all connected by one hive mind. This is because Dr. Vegapunk is the smartest man in the entire world because he ate the brain fruit. This fruit allows the user to learn an infinite amount of knowledge and makes it so that their brain will continue to grow I'm guessing it pretty much makes it so you never forget anything. And so you can learn an infinite amount of knowledge. And so, pretty much, what Dr. Vegapunk did was he cut out his own brain and put it into a large kind of egg-shaped container that he calls Punk Records, and which is a super cool name. And so this is kind of the main building of his island here, and the Egghead Island itself is an island that is so advanced that it's pretty much 50 to 100 years into the future of One Piece, and I'm guessing based on just stuff that we've seen, types of clothes and stuff like that, that One Piece is set in about the I want to say 18th century, just because of the clothes that Gold Roger wore and how it's based on actual pirates from the 17th and 18th century. And so Dr. Vegapunk's island is pretty much people from the 18th century walking onto an island that is in the middle of the 90s. Well, no, in the middle of the 19th century. Actually, I think I got that wrong. I think it's 200 years in the future. Yeah. So it'd be like, well, anyways, it's super highly technologically advanced. So they have crazy things like holograms. Using light gloves, you can actually interact and touch holograms, stuff like that. There are some people living there, but it's mostly robots and things that Dr. Vegapunk has built. There's a machine that can instantly create food. And so pretty much all the Straw Hats get onto this island. Juribani asks Luffy what kind of form Gear 5 is, and he says one of the most important lines he's ever said, which is, "This is simply how I look when I feel the most free." So that's very important. So anyways, pretty much they get in here, explore, look around a bit, and then at one point they notice that CP0, who is now led by Lucci, Kaku, and this woman named Stussy, is coming in, and they pretty much say, "Hey, don't come in here. We don't want you in here." And so CP0 doesn't really listen and just comes right in. Their ship gets destroyed by all of these mechanical animals in the ocean, and so CP0 invades, and pretty much once they invade, Lucci and Luffy start into they pretty much start fighting because Lucci still has a bone to pick with Luffy for beating him the first time. So anyways, they start getting into a fight, and during all this, Dr. Vegapunk is watching Luffy fight and says one of his most important lines, which is he reveals that the Gum Gum fruit actually does not exist in the encyclopedia of devil fruits. He also explains that where devil fruits come from are pretty much the desires and wants of what people wanted for the world back in an ancient time, likely talking about 900 years ago in the Void Century. So Vegapunk explains all of this, and Luffy and Lucci get to pretty much the end of their fight. kind of wearing each other out. Luffy is now kind of looking old and tired, and Lucci pretty much has gotten knocked out. And so at the end of this, everyone's kind of trying to escape from the island because Dr. Vegapunk has asked the Straw Hats if he can help them escape because he knows the world government is coming to kill him and destroy all of his work. And so they are about to leave when all of a sudden Stella, the original body of Dr. Vegapunk, completely disappears after Bonnie kind of kidnaps him and makes him lead her to her father's memories. And her father is revealed to be Bartholomew Kuma. So it's revealed at the beginning of the arc. Anyways, so pretty much Stella disappears. So this starts kind of a survival game where there's different parts of Dr. Vegapunk getting taken out. And I forgot to mention the Seraphim. So Dr. Vegapunk, using the genes of Lunarians and something called green blood, is able to make Lunarian children with devil fruits. They are made in the image of the 7 warlords of the sea. And so one of them is Boa Hancock. And during all this, Boa Hancock's Seraphim, which is called S-Snake, pretty much petrifies most of the Straw Hat crew. And they all kind of get split up again looking for the Stella body. And pretty much they, at this point, Luffy and Zoro are fighting the Seraphim, and Lucci and Kaku want to be, or have been captured, but they want to be let out. And so we get to a Luffy and Lucci and Zoro and Kaku teaming up to fight the Seraphim part, and pretty much there is a mysterious figure going around knocking out all of the cameras. And so Shaka, who's pretty much the main leader of all of these Robopunks, I don't know why I never thought of that name before. Anyways, he goes to investigate in one specific area, and when he gets down there, he is shot in the head. And so it turns out that both the original Vegapunk, Stella, and every CP or Cypher Paul agent that's come to the island has been locked down here and kidnapped. And then it is revealed that the robot, the part of Vegapunk responsible for eating and crapping and sleeping for Dr. Vegapunk so he can keep working, it turns out that she is the mastermind killer behind all of this. And pretty much in the last that we saw of Egghead Island, they kind of shows how she set the entire plan in motion, which no one was expecting York, because York was kind of, without a better way to say this, the dumb one. So that's where we left off at Egghead Island. Then we started going into the Reverie stories and what was happening in the rest of the world, which I won't touch on just because it's a lot. So this week on Friday, well, technically, the newest chapter comes out in Japan tomorrow on Wednesday. And then it comes out in the English on Thursday, and that's when most reviewers start doing their reviews. I do my reviews on Friday mornings. So on Friday morning, I will be reviewing chapter 1089 of One Piece. I think it's really funny, the difference between the manga and the anime. I mean, they've almost caught up to each other just because of all the breaks in the manga. But the manga is on chapter 1089, and the anime is about to do episode 1071. So I wonder if they're ever going to sync up in numbers. They won't. They may sync up in numbers, but they won't sync up in story. Like, for example, if it turns out that chapter 1100 and episode 1100 happen in the same week, they won't be the same story going on at the same time. But that would be an interesting coincidence, and probably the first time it happened in anime history, just because of how long One Piece is. So anyways, I'm really excited for the conclusion of Egghead Island. I don't really know what's going to happen. What we do know is that Kizaru is heading there with about 100 battleships, along with a elder. They're called elder planets now. An elder planet, Saint J. Garcia Saturn, who we know due to flashbacks of Mary Joie has a devil fruit where he can turn into some sort of darkness demon, or some type of Zoan. He got silhouetted by Oda, but pretty much we know that Saint J. Garcia Saturn is bad news. And honestly, if Kizaru and Saint J. Garcia Saturn show up on the island, things are going to get very bad for the Straw Hats very quickly, especially since they're going to be fighting against all of the Seraphim, Kizaru, Saint J. Garcia Saturn, and 100 battleships from their Marines. So yeah, things are about to get crazy. So that is it for the conclusion of Egghead Island. Moving on, we're going to be talking about anime Gear 5th Luffy. So, coming up on August 6th, which is this coming Sunday, I believe, yes. This coming Sunday, we are episode 1071 of One Piece will be coming out, and it will be the animation of chapter 1045, which anyone who's been watching this channel long enough knows that One Piece chapter 1045 is my personal favorite One Piece chapter of all time. It is my peak piece. And I'm super excited to see it get animated. This is the chapter where Luffy gets into his Gear 5th form, and pretty much it was the chapter where Oda got to open up his heart to his fans, and he got to draw whatever we get one of them fuck he wanted. And so I'm super excited to see his true vision. Oda writing absolute fire. I'm excited to see it get animated, and I hope they do it right. King of Lightning, one of the reviewers actually predicted that they were going to get a Warner Brothers animator to step in on this to make Luffy as cartoonish as possible, and I definitely hope that they do that. It is looking like they're going to do a more closer to the manga approach for it, at least according to the teaser and the trailers and stuff. But I do hope that they do make it cartoony. In fact, in One Piece chapter 1045, when Kaido hits Luffy and his head pops through all of Onigashima and his eyes pop out and he goes, "Youch!" I secretly in my heart wanted to be the one to voice act that, and I know I can't, but someday maybe a fan project or something, I would love to voice act chapter 1045 of One Piece. But anyways, I'm super excited to see this come to fruition. All right. Before we get to talking about the last topic, I'm going to check out the chat really quickly. Sorry, my internet is lagging here a little bit. Here we are. Trick says 200 to 500 years into the future. Thank you. So yeah, if it's 500 years into the future, then we're probably looking at people from the 1800s walking onto an island that is set in about the year 2300. So probably about 300 years from now. I wanted Luffy versus Lucci round 2 to be Titanic. Yeah, it could have been bigger. I did like we got to see some more Gear 5th action there. Trix says one thing that got me was that Vegapunk didn't give all the bodies the ability to relay data on what's going on around them. Yeah. And honestly, for the smartest man in the entire world, that was a fatal flaw. Why would you make robots that could have a hive mind and relay information, but make it so they could only put together their collective information once per day? I mean, if you're the smartest man in the world, you should have been able to create bots that could constantly be updating on information and have like their eyesight be connected or their auditory stuff be connected so they know what is going on with all of the other parts of the mind at the same time. Robopunk sounds cool. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of Robopunks at the beginning. I did think of one nickname, but I can't remember what it was now. Maybe it was Six Paths of Punk or something. Honestly, the Straw Hats can't win and need to run. That is true. They absolutely need to. Personal favorite will be when Anil comes back, or Enaru. Trix, I mean, I know you've been a fan for a long time, and I hope it comes true that I don't think Enaru is coming back. But I mean, we will keep it in the archives as an official Aprorex theory. And if Enaru ever comes back, we will be the first to give you credit for coming up with that theory. All right. So moving forward to the last topic, we're going to be talking about live action One Piece. Live action One Piece. So as most people know, on August 31st, live action One Piece will be releasing on Netflix, which is very, very exciting. And they've kind of been ramping up to it. Oda's been really excited about it. But pretty much, yeah. I believe it's being made by a group called Tomorrow Films Pictures or something like that. But Oda's been behind it the entire way, making sure it gets adapted properly. Of course, they can't do everything that was in the manga or the anime, but I am excited to see this. And What I'd like to see, honestly, is I'd like to see somebody take a side by side and show the difference between the manga, the anime, and the live action. And I think it'd be cool to have them play side by side. But maybe that could be neat. Anyways, uh, so pretty much, we have I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Itani. Kind of a Hispanic Indian dude playing Luffy, which I thought was a weird choice at first. But I mean, based on what I've seen, it's looking really good. I am even able to live with Usopp not having a comically long nose, um, especially because his character is black and naturally has a downwards long nose. But I mean, the set pieces look good. Um, to be honest, the biggest thing I'm excited for that looks great is Buggy. It looks like they are doing Buggy the most uh, similar to the um, the manga and anime as they possibly can, which I think is really, really cool. Um, but yeah, the fight scenes look good. I did hear another reviewer mention that it's nice that we are going to have blood in this. So when Zoro is fighting fishmen and he slashes, there's actually blood that comes out. And Sanji's kicks are hard to do in live action. And so they still kind of look weird to me. Like it feels like you can see the actor playing Sanji being on wires, um, but I think I'll get over that. Maybe they'll clean it up, stuff like that. The CGI for Luffy stretching, I've always thought looked good. The only thing I'm not that excited about is Arlong. Arlong's design is kind of a downer point for me, but maybe based on lighting, it'll look better. I don't know. But yeah, he literally looks like a young tribal kid with spikes through his nose just going on vacation, on like he looks like if the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody brought in one of the tribesmen from the movie Krippendorf's Tribe, um which is an old movie to reference. It's back from the 80s, but anyways, I honestly just dated myself with making both a Zack and Cody reference and a Krippendorf's Tribe reference. But anyways, live action One Piece looking really, really good. Super excited for that to come out on August 31st. And just to let you guys know, on Nerdtastic News, we will be doing a live stream review of it after what is it? On the next day on September September 1st. Yes. On September 1st we will be doing that. But yeah. On Sunday I will be doing a live stream while I watch the what is it? Luffy episode, or the Gear 5th Luffy episode. So I will be doing that. You'll be getting a live reaction from me for that. But yeah. So Trix is looking at how the trailer went. It's all of East Blue, so that means every season is an arc. So season 2 is Alabasta. I'd be interested to see Alabasta. I wonder how they're going to do Logia powers. Because I don't know how they would accurately do CGI sand for a live action actor. Okay. Sorry, the mic kind of cut out there. Um, that's all we really have for today. So until next time, keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro, and always remember to stay legendary. And I will see you on Friday for the review of 1000 1089. See ya.